And a Muslim is someone who has submitted his will to only one God. Now, you will never be a CC answer. Dani de nyina me yenkyerɛkyerɛ sɛ Islam ɛhyɛ ase wɔ Adam so. Islam hyɛ ase wɔ heaven hɔ. Islam ɛnhyɛ ase wɔ asase so. Anya Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam ɔyɛ the founder of Islam. La ɔba bɛtoe. Ɛmom no ɔno ɔde Islam ɛba Maka kurom. Obi anhyɛ ne nsaw. Now that time 1400 years ago and something years ago no, Mecca or Arabia might be part of Africa. Note that, because Iraq and so forth and so on, not Africa. What I say. So, and now you Sunni buying bimu, and now omu beyi yen efrimu. Me jami de say danya yo mu, se mu le su, emu ayefi 5 years ni obian mprapra ha, insesi ha. Na me ba ebe sesi ha ma, e prapra hye light e bibia kama dem wa. Oba obeka dey at asana kyereme. O dase. Similarly, subanya na yetimu ansa Islam eba Maka kromu, as in quote Maka kromu, and na eba be kyere ye kyere na e da compare enye sebio Ghana half pe and na ye wona nanom anananom believe abosomsom na wo ho e wo wiase nyina what you say, but almost some things in common na eruomi omu nyina. Similarly, Islam eni Ghana hape e wo wiase nyina, and we have everything in common in Islam. Now, Quran chapter number 2 verse 170. Quran chapter Surah Al-Baqarah verse 170. Me pese ye kohwe na nanom believe no na yeba. Now,
Quran chapter 2
verse 170.
Verse 170. And when it is said to them, and then me kan brofo no. Me pese me kan Arabian no kase me de Arab ni bugua mo fu ani. Ye kan brofo no. Na ya hwe brofo no kra ibetuma kyerɛ se yi wo hanoma. Aha. And when it is said to them, follow what Allah has revealed. Follow what Allah has revealed. They say. Rather, we will follow that which we found our fathers. They both follow nananum ye janum ye na ebo follow. Enti mira Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam oba ye no na makafo no omo so omo je nananum abosumsum ne di omo gu nsa eyi apaye kumumwa ye human sacrifices no proving na ohan obi ehu. What you say? Na omo aye saadi we nyina enti esi omo se munjai dufawsum eni bosomsom ye dufawsum eni obosomsom. Okay, so osum dufa ye njai nia na yensum no kore Allah no pe ena omo kan se ye njai ne ye janum omo ye no eno na ye beye enti na me nua panyin wa no oba betre nia ye janum ye nanum omo ye no eno na o se ye bedi so. What you say? Even though their fathers understood, no, majority they understood nothing. Because nanum nyina na omo esom bosom. Me nana also o emesum nana onye konfo. What you say? Okay. Aha. But most nana bi so a oye konfo, maybe so mu a. Aha, but most of them, majority, they did not understand whatever are ekoso. Jeremiah Quran 5 verse 104. Quran chapter Surah Al-Ma'idah ayah 104. Quran 5 verse 104. Verse number 104. Verse 104. And when it is said to them, come to what Allah has revealed. Come to what Allah has revealed. Bra. And someone Quran me lay down their throne no. Bra betie na nya adwen sakra na so mo Nyankopon na mo ka say. They say sufficient for us is that upon which we found our fathers. Ye janu mo ye wo so mo hu balata manata. Wadda suwa waya gufa waya unko abosom 360 na ewo Kaaba honum ana Maka krom honum na omo som no. It is enough for them. Omo de omo som Allah. So the distinction was clear. People over there no na omo esom enyome bi almost one the one som Allah da. It is clear from the Quran. Okay. Now inti adena Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam offer omo na omo so omo mba. What was their belief? Me pese ye share answer me call Quran me dem no. Who say we nipa bi wo hono ma omo credentials. Who ye dialogue you na oba be cite evidence at least it should come from people are more credentials. Ya ji omutum omo akọ esuapon bi ewo ne medi bi efa wiase ho ene nyama ho a wiase nyina ji omutum. Na woni bibi say what tamfo come for a evidence a huge one. Okay, that's
but, yes, good. But what time for the watama who kwasa chara kroma sanya nefe?
Yeah, that one normal.
Normal. What you say? Intina asma me beka ohanu mi ni yusu inkremufo o beka safa pre-Islam. What you say? Ye beka suba na omuwomu na nanu muwomu Islam be you free mu and the Abraham be friends yensan ko sa suba no mu and about some mo say kwa me bosu ba ni di ohanu ma mo say kwa be jatu mu ohanu. Subhanallah. Inti yes, the first one ofano DS Magoliot, David Samuel Magoliot, or English Orientalist. Now, he was Ludian Professor of Arabic at the Oxford University, 1889 to 1937. And someone or kind, men person made them dream back as our honeymoon because open and the boys, you know, about my cartoon CC. I say. Arabia would have remained pagan had there been a man in Mecca who could strike a blow, who would act, but many as were Muhammad el-Wishes. There was not one of them who had this sort of courage, and has been seen there was no magistracy by which he could be tried. Muhammad and the Rise of Islam, 1931. Book of Trono. The second scholar, Maxim Rodinson, or a French historian, or a sociologist and Orientalist. Now, o study Oriental languages and also a professor in Ethiopia. Me say such people are credible enough. Say you able to me pick information for on chain. Now, also book no your friend Muhammad 1971. Muhammad 1971. Or say manslaughter carried severe penalties according to the unwritten law, according to Jahiliyyah, according to Islamic Nyambaye. Manslaughter na a cause of the desert, which is Arabia. In practice, the free Arabs were bound by no written code of law. It's a Quran and no any young criminal, yen manual, yen criteria. You decide who say adia mi in criminibia ya way in criminal per ebony. Inti say a way of life be honoma. It must have a criteria. That criteria neighbor use as a measure. Yet judge. Inti abayin shedi who say driving obiani mikaka, but esurubia obiani na adwuninti abayin criteria the ma drivers which is traffic light. Who boost wa we bumra. Inti Islam so aye criteria e dey to what yamaya in criminibia else criteria ni honoma. Se metre se kan e wo hanum sisi atwa obi a menye bone. Because if there is no law, there is no punishment and there is no sin. Yeah. So we enye sinner, enye crime organ me see we are menye bone. Note that. So now only code of law, and no state existed to enforce its statutes with backing of a police force in Arabia. Or say the only protection for a man's life was the certainty established by custom that it will be dearly bought, blood for blood and life for life. That was what was happening. The vendetta found in Arabic is one of the pillars of Bedouin society. That is Commissioner Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Last one, Meccan, Herbert J. Muller. Herbert J. Muller, an American historian and an academic. He received his education at Cornell University. Now he taught at Cornell, Purdue, and in India University. So also, book of the Loom History of Muhammad, 1958, and the Loom History, 1958. I say in Muhammad's Arabia, there was no states. There were only scattered independent tribes and towns. The Prophet formed his own state, gave it sacred law, prescribed by Allah. The population consisted of two divisions, sedentary and nomadic. Hijaz and South Arabia were dotted with many small and few-like towns. The rest of the country had floating population composed of Bedouin. They were backward in the civil and political sense. Almost say, they were backwards. Because of your backward in civil and also in political sense, in civilization, in na dan ye mu yesum efi wo honum kan let me be say dan here comfort and what hair yadefo Emma no one do no kakra no comfort ba we yiri na or say they were backward in the civil and political sense, but they were also source of anxiety and fear for the sedentary population. In fact, to go out itself, there was fear because Obibo to make kum. That was the kind of country, state where Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came from. They lived as pirates of the desert, and they were notorious for their unrestrained individualism and anarchic tribal particularism. They were full of tribalism and they were honor. To this tribalism and tribal things, assuming say in someone making it will mean say ebia near youth other working Arabian kwana na AC, we will cross check in Sembi answer. To this, God brought to them Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Or can say Quran 49 verse 13. Ya ayuhan nas, all mankind. Quran no enkomseni no ono yansumano se omra Ghana for ho, Arabia for ho, anawe yesuma se onko wiase nyina. Quran 49:13.
Quran 49 verse number 13.
Ya ayuhan nas
all mankind.
Who say of mankind? You can mankind other samba. Mankind in Islamic text can mean mankind and jinni. You can jinni a spiritual being. Mama watan motias omu nyina omo kan bi.
Indeed, we have created you from male and female.
Ose me bo mo mena mane emma who say ye kan Herbert did no say they were racist. They were uncivilized. And all countries say God has created you male and female
and made you peoples and tribes.
Now ayemu ebusua enton akonani agonani mfantini hausani mamprosini dagatini frafrani aigbeni made us such people
that you may know one another.
Adentira for us to know each other. Lita arafu to know each other. Koenim.
Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah.
Obi sin obi berman sin oba sin berma. Aigbeni sin frafani sin dagatini. Na kani sin pepeni. And I know some time ago, man be some mobile or say Abraham Yagan and did Abraham attempt rough. Or catch Abraham Yagan.
Okay.
Did not attempt say of Burkina Uncle Burkina back.
Okay.
This racism air course Islam every year if you want to
Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you.
The most righteous and noble in the sight of God. We righteousness if you want to obi tribe, race, color does not say anything in the sight of Allah wa Jalla. What you say? But with piety and Emma we concon your name. And guess what? Piety so nipan to me nchire asasi so aji judgment day. Unto me kasa me righteous. What you say?
Yeah.
Only God knows who is righteous. What you say? Inti yeshe to this Islam ebebeyi this racism, ethnocentrism, tribalism, this fear, chere ye nipa koro. And so suni ayeden enda yentem.